and I know you do your homework too. Like, what are we looking at heading into next year, or I guess in the offseason? Like, what does Brad Holmes have to work with?
Well, it's kind of fluid because like right now, it's before the season ended, it was $35 million.
Okay.
And then they signed about 12 guys to a futures contract, so that brought it down to like $23 million. Now that futures contracts, they don't hit until the new league year starts. So that's March 14th. That's the day that free agency begins.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to be looking like right now before all the cuts, it's like $23 million. But if they start cutting guys like Trey Flowers and Vitae, that's going to bring
Trace
it up.
$12 million save, right?
Yeah.
That's $12 million we paid dead cat.
If I had to like guess or make a projection, they'll probably walk into free agency with like $30 million.
Yeah, I could see that. I was reading up something too on like the rookie wage scale because I had to be fully prepared to debate the Kyle Hamilton thing at all times. And people are like, don't pay a safety that much, but like I think too, like I was reading too, like on like those type of contracts or those future contracts is like the prorated salaries, where it's like you could say he's getting paid this much, but it's obviously spread across like 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't like really hit the cap in the same way.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of one of the things that like Lions fans are concerned about, but maybe don't fully think of. Like the Lions could totally be players in this free agency, and they should be, and they will be.
Ooh.
And they could go out and they can get a guy like Marcus Williams, maybe a Chris Godwin, and you want to backload those contracts so you can fit everything under the cap now. And then, you could do restructures later, which is another thing. Like the Lions may restructure a few players.
Yeah.
So that's why it's super fluid right now. It's hard to predict exactly what they're going to have when March 14th rolls around. But I think it's going to be closer to 30, and I think they're totally going to be able to do almost whatever they want.
So you mentioned Marcus Williams twice now, and you're not the only one to do that as well. I think Justin Rogers did that. DMs we were talking about it. Yeah. What's the deal with him? I know obviously he's playing with New Orleans. That's where Aaron Glenn's coming over from. Right. Like, should we be hyped for him, and how much should we expect to be paying him?
Yeah, absolutely. You should totally be hyped for him. He is one of the better safeties in the league. I think he graded out like an elite 88 or something like that on Pro Football Focus. That's not my exact number. I don't have it in front of me, but he's one of the best safeties in the league for sure, and he's going to get paid like that. So you can expect that the Lions are going to be paying him like a top 10 salary for any safety in the league. It's like anywhere from
like 11 or something.
Well, it's higher than that, man. It's going to be like in the 17 regions.
Fuck.
But when you restructure everything, it's not like you're going to be bam $17 million for you this year and we're done and the Lions are done. Like they could sign him and they could keep their own guys, and I think he's definitely like a shoe-in to be on the Lions.
Is that because of the Aaron Glenn connection then?
Yeah, for certain, and because the Saints have the worst cap space in the entire league.
He's not going back there.
Like they're not going to be able to afford to pay him or keep him or anything like that, and they're not going to go the Green Bay route and destroy their entire future to keep one player, like they're trying to keep Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, so with that connection with Aaron Glenn, who players love, I would not be shocked if he came right over. And him and Walker back there that's a problem.
Okay, that's another one too. That's obviously out there. We don't know if he's coming or going or staying. Coming or staying does not make sense. Staying or leaving. Yeah. But Tracy Walker, how much is he going to hit the cap for?
Yeah, that's going to be probably and just a guess, like 10 to 14, somewhere like that. Like he's one of the best. He's top 20 safety probably in the NFL. So I think the Lions definitely are going to want to keep him, and I think he probably wants to stay too. I think they definitely get a deal done. I don't think anybody gets franchise tagged this year because the Lions certainly have enough money to make things happen. So I think.
So we could you think the Lions could afford to bring in both Marcus and keep Tracy? Like, is that like a real?
Absolutely.
Is that like a little bit pipe dream? No, like.
I don't think that that's too much of a pipe dream. No, I mean, I like a pipe dream to me would be trying to bring in Devontae Adams or something like that. Like I think the Lions have enough money to get things done, and with as much maneuvering as you can do with the cap these days, they could get a lot done. They could do pretty much, again, like I said, almost anything they want within reason. Obviously, Devontae Adams is not going to be a Lion. I'm sorry, guys, it's never going to happen.
And by the way, too, I'm not like. Don't overpay these receivers, man. Like I'm just not in the camp of doing that.
Somebody will. Davante Adams will be the highest
he'll
paid
definitely
receiver
get paid, but I'm looking at like
time.
I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of like paying receivers freaking quarterback money. Quarterback money's changing now too, so I can't even say that anymore.
Yep, I mean some of these guys are pulling that money, man, and he's going to definitely get it.
What so Marcus Williams is one. What other guys in this free agency class do you think have become like Detroit Lions?
I think that there's some Christian Kirk stuff going around. He's receiver for the Cardinals. I think that's a very realistic thing to look.
He seems like affordable too, you know.
Yeah, he's going to be a lot more affordable than some of the other guys. I think the Lions definitely shoot their shot at a bigger receiver. It's not going to be Adams, but like Chris Godwin, DJ Shark Jr., guys like that. I think they're definitely going to shoot their shot, at least shoot their shot.
Yeah,
I think that.
I like Mike Williams. What do you think about him?
Mike Williams would be interesting. He's a little bit longer in the tooth, a little bit older. I don't know, man. I think Godwin's the way to go, and I think with that connection with Antoine Randall, who's the Lions receiver coach, he was with him in Tampa Bay. I think that's a great combination, and I think that could certainly help pull him in here, and it gives Godwin the chance to be the number one guy. He's over there with Mike Evans now, and Antonio Brown was there for a minute too, and he had to share the spotlight with all those guys. In Detroit, he could be the top guy, number one guy. And the good thing about him is he could play in the slot, he could play outside. That would be my first guy to go for if I'm the Lions.
How much do you think he gets?
He's going to be expensive, but not too much, not too expensive. I'm not, maybe somewhere like 20 per maybe.
Yeah. So we definitely probably wouldn't be able to grab him and Williams.
Well, you can, but you're going to have to do some maneuvering. You're going to have to backload contracts. They're going to have to
keep kicking the can on golf.
Yeah. You're going to have to do some things to make it happen, but it can happen.
To be honest, like him, I don't like paying receivers top money, but like he is a guy I feel like can be utilized in almost any offense because of how fast he is.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Jared Goff, he's not the most skilled guys. I think he needs guys who are fast and get open. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he's really the guy who's going to throw guys open. But if you have a guy fast enough who's just fuck it. I'm sorry for swearing so much. But
that's fine. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill type. I mean, he's not that fast, but I don't know. He's a guy I think would pair well with Goff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he would too.
Anyone, really.
And I think that they definitely should shoot their shot there. And I think that, like to your point on the Tyreek Hill thing, there's a lot of speedy receivers in this draft, like Calvin Austin or John Mechie from Alabama. I think that they're gonna definitely go for guys in the draft that are like that.
Man.
In my opinion,
you got me hyped. Man.
You need a burner, man, and that's what every team, like the Chiefs, they've got, and some of the other teams that I can't really. Deebo Samuel is another guy. Like you need a burner. You need a guy who can make plays, and there's some guys in the draft that they can get a little bit later.
Yeah,
it's a good year for receivers.
Yeah, and speeds, that's the thing you can't teach.
No, right.
Like I said, like. Goff, he's not. I don't really see him throwing guys open too often. He's not doing like the no look passes like Stafford. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not gonna happen.
He's gonna need some guy that could burn some people and just put himself in a position. You have to throw the ball to him.
Yeah, and man, it's like Goff's almost. He could wind up in a better situation than Stafford had recently. With receivers in Detroit, it's just it's really helpful. Like if Goff
and he'll have the offensive line too.
If Goff had Galladay or Marvin Jones and Danny Amendola, I think we're looking at a less than 3-win season.
I agree, actually, for
Those
sure.
Those guys could not create separation to save their lives, and you could see Galladay in New York. It ain't working out.
We get Cephas back too. That's a name I feel like. I mean, obviously forgot about it in this conversation. Like, do you think he returns to form? You think, well, at least what we saw of him?
Yeah,
beginning of the year.
I think he'll definitely make the team. It's just I don't know because Amon-Ra is the man right now, and Antoine Randall has kind of gone on record. Like, he's not the decision maker, obviously, but he would like for the team to sign a receiver and draft 2 more. So I think Cephas makes the team, but he's going to be kind of the odd man out.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's safe other than Amon-Ra St. Brown at this point.
I mean, I'd have to agree.
Yeah, I mean, dude was amazing. He's breaking Calvin Johnson records, and like it's insane.
It's easy. Speak easy, baby.